video I'm going to show you how to adjust color in Photoshop, adjust color for an entire image and adjust color for just part of an image. So to start with, I'm going to open up my grave picture. So you can see this is an old rusty part of a gravestone, and I'm going to make some changes to make it even look more old and rusty. And do that by these adjustment panel over here, and you can see there's a number of different adjustments. The main ones you want to focus on is brightness and contrast, which will give your colors more pop or less to reduce it. Hue saturation, which will play with colors and turn them into other colors. And over here, where are we? We've got black and white. Okay, so if you wanted to make your photo black and white, let's just see what each one of those does. We'll start with brightness and contrast, and you can see it's just a matter of moving these sliders around. So if I adjust the brightness, makes it look like there's a lot more light in the image or a lot less light. Contrast will give you a lot more information in the shadows. If you turn the contrast up, the shadows are going to be darker. If you turn it down, you're going to see more of what's in the shadows. Okay, let's try hue and saturation. If I move that slider there, you see that colors change, all right, depending on what they are originally. So if you've got darker colors, they're going to be on the other end of that spectrum. So if you've got blues, they're going to be reds. If you've got yellows, they're going to be more purpley, like that. But you see, you can have a bit of fun with that. If you want to change it to purple, you can make it even more purple by changing the saturation. If you want to just make something a certain color, if you hit colorize, you see that then you can just move that slider along and give that image any one of those colors of the rainbow. Okay, lastly, let's try black and white. So if I click on the black and white layer, it'll basically just make it black and white. If I want to make it, give it some kind of a tint, like a sepia tone, for example, I can click on that tint option there, and I can change the color of that tint. If I wanted to make it look colder, perhaps, I can give it like a blue monotone. All right, so let's go back to sepia, because that really gives it a ye olde kind of look to it. And really adds to that theme of the graveyard. What you'll notice is when I've created each of those adjustments, it's created it in a separate layer. So I can turn that sepia off and on, and I've got those other layers there just hidden behind it. And there's the original photo. Okay, so think of it just kind of like as a filter over the top of the original image. Okay, I'm gonna now open the flowers image, because I want to adjust just part of this image, not the whole thing. And I'm going to do that by selecting the part that I want to change. I'm going to do that by using the quick selection tool. And I'm just going to select, let's change that. I'm just going to select the red petals of the flower. I'm getting a little bit more than I want there, so it'll just be a matter of going back over that. I'm going to do this quick. You can obviously spend a lot more time on it. If you wanted to, you could go over these yellow kind of browny stamen here, so you keep that original color. But that's just going to take a little bit more care and time. Alright, so now I've got that bit selected. Same thing as I did before. I'm going to go to hue saturation, And now you'll notice that when I change, it's just the part that I have selected that changes. So I can make blue flowers. If I colorize it, I have a bit more control. Make some bright blue flowers. And again, that's created that in a separate layer. And when I'm happy with that, I'll save them as JPEGs.